closely. Now there's something else we've learned. The renewed Soviets, the new Russia under Putin, is not just sitting idly by. The United States has found that the other enemy is gaining more strength. That is Russia. John Jessup has that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. Here's John.
That's right, Pat. Russian hackers were behind the electronic break-ins of the State Department in recent months, and they used that to get into sensitive areas of the White House computer system. CNN is reporting that hackers were able to gain access to some sensitive information, like the president's schedule. The Russians have also reportedly strengthened their military. The Hill reports that a U.S. admiral says Moscow has developed a, quote, far more capable military than the former Soviet Union had. Admiral William Gortney is the commander in charge of defending North America. He also says Russia is employing that military capability in Ukraine. Pat, back to you.
Some years ago, I was praying, and that was in the height of the Soviet Union, and Ronald Reagan was president, and the Lord spoke to me, and he said, communism in Russia, the Soviet Union, is going to fall. And I announced that, and everybody said, oh, you're crazy. Of course not. They're not going to fall. They'll be here forever. Well, communism fell. Perestroika, glasnost, do you remember? Under Gorbachev. And Ronald Reagan stood firm. He held on to Star Wars, and the Russians caved. But what the Lord also said, but then, after that period of time, they will be more dangerous. Putin is more dangerous. The old men in the Kremlin knew very well American power, and they weren't about to test it. Putin is ready to test it. He wants to show what a tough guy he is. And now they've hacked the White House communications. They have sent all kinds of incursions of aircraft into the Baltic area. They have moved into the Crimea and taken it over. Their incursions into Ukraine attempt to take over Ukraine. And Putin is now doing the unthinkable. He's rattling nuclear capability and said this could provoke a nuclear war. That is utter insanity. We have mutually assured destruction. We have enough firepower to incinerate everything in Russia, and he knows it. But at the same time, he's willing to pay bricksmanship. They are more dangerous than the old Soviet Union. So keep your eyes, and that admiral is saying they've got better capability than we realized.